it's Julia here, and today I'm going to be discussing school. Yes, coming a lot sooner than we all thought. So as many of you know, I was homeschooled until 7th grade. And that transition from homeschool to public school was a little bit rough for me. And I just want to provide this guide, these tips for those of you who are currently in the situation that I was in, that transition stage when you're going to be going into public school. So here are some things that I wish I would have known when I went to public school. Let's go. So the first thing that I wish I would have known is that kids at school do not actually dislike new kids, okay? It's a huge stereotype. You'll see it in the movies and you'll just hear about it, that everybody doesn't like the new kid. That's not true. We are curious about you. Think about it like this. Every day we go to school with the same people, in the same classes, the same teachers, and everything is just the same all the time, okay? So when there's a new kid, it's like a precious little gem that everybody's so curious about and they just huddle around it, okay? I'm not saying people will literally huddle around you because that might be a little weird, but they will be curious about you. And yes, will there be kids who don't like you and don't want to talk to you and stuff? Yes, of course, but who needs them? Who needs those kids anyway? Not me. The point is, people will be curious about you and they'll want to talk to you and figure out about you because that's just the way that we're wired. Especially if you are a boy, okay? I don't know if boys feel this way about new girls, but whenever there's a new boy at school, every single girl in the school who's single is thinking, I have a chance! Okay, so if you're a boy and you're coming to school, girls may not act on it and they may not say it, but trust me, they're thinking it, okay? They're thinking, I've got a potential date, okay, new boy, we got this, okay? So if you're a boy, you've got extra accolades on that. So basically, just be friendly, don't be afraid to initiate conversations, and yeah, people will like you. So the next thing, number 2, is it's okay to tell people that you were homeschooled, okay? I don't know about you, maybe you don't have an issue with this at all, and that's great, but for me, when I first went to public school, a really big thing with me was I was all
OMG, I have to hide the fact that I'm homeschooled or else people are gonna think that I'm weird.
They won't, okay? Don't be like me. Most of the time, if you tell someone, they're either just gonna not care, oh yeah, that's cool, man, or they're gonna ask you a lot of questions.
So did your mom teach you or your dad teach you? Why did you decide to be public school? Did you ever have any homework or was all your school homework, if you know what I mean? What time did you have to get up? Could you sleep until 10?
You know the drill, okay? People will probably ask you questions and that's fine. And if anybody does act mean about it, they're
ew, homeschooled, why were you homeschooled?
Okay, that's good. You know why? Because now you know who not to hang out with and you didn't even have to learn the hard way. Yay! Bottom line, you don't have to walk around with it written on your shirt, but you definitely don't have to hide it. Because I'll let you in on a little secret. A lot of kids actually think it's kind of cool, they wish they were homeschooled. So the next thing, number 3, is be a teacher's pet, okay? Raise your hand in class, get your homework done on time, answer questions, volunteer to do things, okay? Just be present when you're in the class. Sit in the front if you can. Some teachers have seating charts, and in that case, you can't really choose where you sit. But if you can, sit in the front because teachers notice that. One time my mom went to a parent-teacher conference and she came back and I was like, yo, what'd they say about me? And she said one of my teachers mentioned that she thought it was impressive that I sit in the front because it shows initiative for the class and that I'm interested. So teachers really do notice that, so definitely sit in the front if you can. Don't be sassy or smart aleck or whatever to look cool because you don't, okay? Don't be that kid. And just remember that it really is important, okay? There's no homework assignment that's not important. There's no test that's not important, okay? Everything is important. That's what you're there for. Get it done. Be a good student. Also, have a go-to teacher. A go-to teacher to me is a teacher that I know on a little bit more of a personal level. Maybe after school one day you go talk to them about your day. You just connect with them a little bit better than you do maybe some other teachers, and that's good. You know, you have that bond with them. If you have that bond with like a certain teacher, then they're there for you, you know? Like when you're having a rough day, you can go talk to them, you know, it's a nice smile and wave in the hallway. They're just someone who's there, and you know that they're on your side. I had a lot of teachers like that, especially in middle school, that were just amazing. They laughed with me, they were there when I was crying, when I was having good days, bad days, and everything in between. It's just really great to have a teacher who's like a little bit more of a mentor to you. So definitely get a go-to teacher. Bottom line, you don't have to be your teacher's best friend, okay? But you can be more than just a face in the classroom every morning from 8 to 9. My next tip number 4, or the 4th thing I wish I would have known, is you can be nice to everyone, okay? Another really big stereotype is the whole clique thing, okay? Like, once you're in a clique, you can only be friends with them, and like you have to be mean to everyone else and stuff like that. That's not true at all. Do not do that, okay? Just because you're in a certain group does not mean that you cannot be friends with anyone else that you want to. You will notice that does happen. People will like only hang out with their group and exclude everyone else. Don't be like that, okay? Be nice to everyone that you get the chance to interact with. People like me who just get along with everyone in the school, I call floaters, okay? Be a floater. Floaters, they don't really have a specific group. They just they can mold into any group they want. They just get along with everyone. They're a free-for-all. Will you have little spats and disputes? Yes, of course, but don't hold a grudge. Okay, if you need to apologize, apologize. If they need to apologize, let them apologize. If they need to apologize and they don't hold a grudge. And never ever forget to be nice to the new kids. You know, later on down the road, when you're not a new kid anymore and a new kid comes along, you be the first person to walk up there, shake their hand, tell them your name, tell them that we can be friends, you know, just make them feel welcome, and you'll remember how you felt on your first day, and just know that you're doing a really good thing for someone, okay? Be nice to everybody. So my 5th and final tip for those of you who are going to public school, probably the most important one, is to never ever let anyone or anything change who you are. In school, there's going to be a lot of pressure to do bad things or to change yourself to fit in with the group. Never, ever, 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 ever do it. Never change who you are to fit in or be liked or anything. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I will never change myself for anyone else. I hope you just did that. If you like to do something, like me, I really enjoy writing stories. You like to do something like that, don't let anything change that, okay? Like, I got some flack for writing stories. People thought it was weird, but I didn't let that change me because that's a big part of what makes me me. Just remember that you can never be anybody else except for yourself. So be yourself to the fullest of your potential. Alright, well that is the end of this video. I really hope it helped you out, and I wish you all the best of luck in school. Leave a comment below telling me how it went. Like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. Alright, bye, see you later.